this right here, you bunch of prima donna ballerina mother.
Hi, this is Natalie Rydstrom and you're watching Euro Football Weekly. With less than a month before the Premier League season kicks off, let's take a look at Liverpool's futures betting market and how their odds have changed since Luis Suarez signed a Barca deal. Joining us now to run through these odds is sports writer and regular contributor Mike Richardson. Mike, welcome to the show.
Hi Natalie, it's nice to be back.
Now, it's all over the news, Suarez transfer to Barcelona for a cool £74 million. It's going to be hard for Liverpool, who came second last year, to replace their top goalscorer, and as a result, their odds have dropped to 11, making them fifth favourites to lift the trophy. Now, what's the probability of them winning, and how far up the table can you realistically see them going?
The simple answer to that is Liverpool aren't going to win the Premier League next season. They had very nearly a perfect storm of things just clicking for them last season, and Suarez was a huge influence. We've got a great price for him, and he was always in danger of being a little bit of a liability, and he was one bite away from getting a very hefty ban again for the club. So I think, yeah, they've done well out of the deal, but I don't think they're going to do well in the season in the league.
Right.
Yeah, Liverpool, they're not going to win it, but they're going to be chasing on the top four.
Right, they're going to be chasing on the top four, and what's the realistic position we can see them ending up?
I've got a bet with a friend of mine who's a staunch Liverpool fan that they're not going to finish inside the top two. I think they're going to maybe finish fifth or fourth, depending on how generous you feel.
All right then. Now, also in the news is England's captain Steven Gerrard's retirement from international duties. How much time will he spend on the pitch for his domestic duties? And is this a good thing for Liverpool and their chances for the Champions League? That's priced at along 29 to win.
I think 29 to 1 for Liverpool to win the Champions League is actually more of a tasty bet than them winning the Premier League. I just can't see them winning the league over a full season, although I think having Gerrard without any international commitments or anything else to distract him with will only do good for Liverpool. But I think they're going to have the sort of season where they can pull off big games, but they're not going to have the consistent form to win the league. So yeah, winning the Champions League, it's worth a couple of quid, and Gerrard on the side, he's probably want to go out on a high, and he's getting towards the end of his Liverpool career as well. So I think, yeah, Champions League's not a bad bet, especially at those odds.
All right. Now, they have been putting the newly acquired money to use, with signings included Ricky Lambert, Adam Lallana and Amir Khan for a total of around £40 million. Serbian Lazar Markovic from Benfica has become the fourth signing for a reported £20 million. And Loic Remy is completing his medical and will be the fifth signing for the Reds for £8 million. Now, hopes for Remy is to bolster the forward line following Suarez's departure. Now, who, in your opinion, will take the number 7 shirt, and are these all good signings for the Reds?
Yeah, I think they're all great signings. I think Remy, very good player, the sort of player that'll get you goals and win you games. And of course, Ricky Lambert did great things for Southampton last season. Yeah, lucky 7 could be anybody's thing, but it's a great big boots to fill as well as a big shirt to fill. I think Liverpool is definitely going to do a lot of goal scoring next season. And if you want to have a decent bet and you don't like betting them on Liverpool to win the leage, you can get odds of 5 to 1 on them being the most prolific scorers in the Premier League next season. And that's definitely worth a couple of quid.
Right. Well, looking at the top goal scorer market, if Remy does sign with the Reds, he's priced at 26 to be it. Could he be considered as a long shot bet for this title?
Yeah, definitely a long shot. I think anybody playing for Liverpool, they're going to have to share the games and share the honours with a lot of other players and a lot of other people who can score goals. It sounds like they've got a bit of embarrassment of riches there with all that Suarez money, but I think it's not going to be one of those seasons where they have a one outstanding player who very nearly wins the league for them, like they did last season. So yeah, if you want to bet on Remy, by all means do so, but I'm not going to put any more wife's money on that one.
All right. Now, other players that they look to sign include Sevilla's highly rated defender, Alberto Moreno, Swansea striker, Wilfred Bony, although it does look like that deal is falling through, as Ladbrokes offers the odds of 1.6 for Bony to stay with the Swans, as Remy's contract nears completion. Can you see either of those two joining the Reds?
Yeah, Liverpool are one of those sides that have got great history and great potential. I think the sort of performance they put in the last season and sort of place that they finished in the league and the fact they've got Champions League football is a very, very attractive thing to a young player. As well, they will attract these young players and these young goal scorers who want to put their stock on a better profile and raise their stock like that. So I think, yeah, Liverpool, it's a sort of relationship where if you play for Liverpool, Liverpool do well and you do well, everybody does very well out of the deal.
Okay. Now, Liverpool play their opener match against Southampton. They're favourites to win. That's priced at 1.4 with Bet365. But you can add that to accumulate a bet of both Merseyside teams to win on opening day. That gives you odds of around 3.5. And this could very well come through, as Everton will visit newly promoted Leicester, and they're predicted to win that one. Do you like that bet?
Yes, I do. I'm sure we'll talk about the opening games later on. But I think one of the best things about that is looking at just the odds and kind of leaving the form book out the window. Is the bookies seem to be convinced that Liverpool are going to beat Southampton, and they fancy, I think, even 4-0 to Liverpool before they like 1-0 to Southampton. So yeah, and also the fact that Liverpool have gone down to Southampton and robbed them of some of their best players. So they've bought some of their best players out from under them. I think this could be a very, very one-sided encounter, and Liverpool, to win on the opening game of the season, is possibly one of the safest bets you'll get in football.
All right then, now listen, Mike, before we wrap up the show here, what other Liverpool-focused bets do you like?
Well, like I said, Liverpool, a bit of a long shot for the Champions League, but the way they play and the sort of results that they can turn out, I think you should definitely have a little look on them either winning the FA Cup or the League Cup. Definitely worth a bit of a bet, and I like Liverpool, and if they're not going to win the league, I'd like them to win something.
All right, wonderful. Mike Richardson, thank you for joining us today.
Cheers, Natalie.